This video, I'm just going to tell you, this one's going to be fun. You know why? Because we're going to talk about the money that you've made as a jewelry lady already. And I want you to think positively about it, not, oh my goodness, I have to do records and accounting. Well, but this can be so simple, and we want to help you keep it simple, but keep good records, because you are in business for yourself, and so you are your accounting team. And we're going to set you up in a very simple way. The first thing that you need to do is have a separate checking account that is only for Premier, and you keep it that way. You will want to have either a debit or credit card or your jewelry rewards card that you do your show ordering on, and also it is handy to have a debit or credit card in order to be able to use that account to buy supplies and things you need. You'll probably also need checks on that account, because sometimes we'll be going to training and need to write a check for training, things like that. If you keep those records separate by having a separate checking account, you're going to make your life so much easier. The second thing I want to talk to you about is, are you accepting credit cards? This is an important service to be able to offer nowadays. If you have a smartphone, there are several opportunities for you to be able to accept a credit card right on your smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, ProPay with Premier, and you can find that on your Premier website as a link, will allow you to do credit card processing, but there are lots of options, and those change every week, I promise you. So it's a great opportunity for you to be able to accept usually higher tickets, because most of my larger tickets are made with credit or debit card. So accept credit cards, and you will want those credit cards to deposit directly into that Premier checking account. Now, we need to track, first of all, your income with Premier. I sent you a link to an Excel spreadsheet. If you're familiar with that, this is a wonderful tracking tool that one of my jeweler's husbands created for us, and it actually tallies for you, so it's going to help you keep track of what you've made and your income. If you're not comfortable with Excel, that's okay. You can use just a simple ledger, just a sheet of notebook paper, and you draw a line down it. You want to put the date that you held your jewelry show, what the show was. Is it a jewelry show, a catalog purchase plan, or was it an individual order, something like that? Did you have a sample sale, things like that? How did you make the money? And then what you will do in order to figure out what your profit is from a show, add up all of your deposits. That includes checks and cash that you made as a deposit. You also want to add all the credit card income that came in. Now, you don't have to keep track of what the fees were on the credit cards, because if you're keeping track of the actual deposit, the fees were discounted. You never had possession of that money, so you don't have to keep that on your record. So add up everything. I add up my bank deposit and my credit card deposits, and then I subtract the amount that I paid to Premier. Very simple. That is your gross profit on a jewelry show. Very, very easy to figure. Sometimes that will differ. In fact, if you accepted credit cards or gave any kind of discount, that's going to differ almost every time from what Premier says your income was. They don't know to deduct for credit cards, or that you may have given someone free shipping or 10% off or something like that. So make sure you're using your actual amounts, what you collected minus what you paid Premier. So that's how you keep track of your income. So you'll need an income track. The second thing you need is an expense track. And again, I've shared another Excel spreadsheet with you. If you're comfortable with this, this is a very, very easy way for you to keep track of your expenses. And in fact, he's already grouped it so that it's very easy to plug into your taxes when you do your taxes at the end of the year. So expenses are anything that you have purchased for your business that's tax deductible. That's going to include your $395 that you signed up with Premier. Make sure you put that on there. If this is your second year, your $350 renewal, including the tax. Also, My Premier Boutique and any additional jewelry that you added on to your boutique, whatever that jewelry investment was, that is tax deductible. And so make sure that you write that down right at the top of your expense tracker. Then anything that you purchased for your jewelry show. Did you purchase stamps? Did you purchase some more invitations? Anything that you order from Premier, from the service store. Also any samples that you order from Premier. All of that's tax deductible. Anything that you would order from My Premier Incentives, where you can order your door prizes or hostess incentives. Those are tax deductible. If you have to go to Walmart and pick up some ink pens or some folders, make sure you write that down. That's tax deductible. You can even write down percentages of your cell phone usage, or if you have a second line for your business, you can write down percentage of your internet use at home. Those change and vary, and I'm not a tax professional, so we'll want to make sure that we check on those percentages, but write that information down. Also, you can keep track of your mileage. This changes sometimes multiple times in a year, but it always changes every year based on just what it costs to run a vehicle. But keep a mileage log. You can do it on your smartphone or keep it in your car just on a little notebook. But write down every mile you drive away from your home for your Premier business. Hostess coaching, running to the bank, running to the post office, doing a jewelry show, going to training, meeting your sponsor, meeting a jeweler. All of those things are deductible. So now you've kept track of your income and your expenses. You need to write yourself a paycheck. So money left in the account, that's your profit, and write yourself a paycheck so that you can see yourself making money. If you let your expenses get too high, your paycheck is going to get lower. We wouldn't like that if we were getting paid from a regular job, so let's make sure that we keep our expenses low in our Premier business. Don't buy things that are unnecessary. So many times we can get caught up in the latest fad and order 50 of those cute little whatever someone showed you how to do a new booking activity. And so keep your expenses low, and that way you can make a paycheck. When it comes to tax time, April 15th, you're going to love being in business for yourself because of all the tax deductions you get to take. If you have never done business taxes before, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go to an accountant the first year. I would be happy to give you referrals, or you can also, if you're using the Hood in-house computer program to keep track of all of this, you can keep track of all of your expenses and income in that Hood House computer program, and even record your mileage log. They will do your taxes for a very small fee just based on what you've put in Hood House, and they are accountants, they are tax professionals. But when it comes to tax time, you can use what you have tracked off of these trackers, what you've recorded, and put it straight into whatever tax software you might have already used. If you don't use a tax professional, I do use the tax software and do my own taxes, but I used a professional for years so that I could learn what's deductible. That tax time does not need to be scary if you have kept accurate records. So write things down. It would be a great habit every time you have a jewelry show that before you close up the paperwork and put it away, you record your income and your expenses. And any time that you are recording receipts into your checking account, record them into your tracker so that it's ready to go. Your expenses are all accurate. Don't wait and do this at the end of the year. It's overwhelming going through a box of receipts. Do it every week. Do it every time you have a jewelry show, or at least once a month. Make sure this is updated. Okay, last, I want to encourage you in two things. One is you need to be saving in your Premier business. Every smart business is saving for a rainy day. They keep money on hand, but they also save for upcoming things they know will happen every year, like new jewelry. It shows up every 6 months and then a little bit more at Christmas time. So you want to use Premier's RSVP program. It's the Rally Savings Program. It helps you save for the new jewelry that's coming, also so that you can go to our national rally and to our regional rallies. You would already have the registration saved and some money saved if you need to stay at a hotel or you have travel expenses. Also, I highly recommend using the Renewal Savings Program. I put back $30 a month into the Renewal Savings Program. It will ask you that when you submit your shows. Would you like to make a deposit towards your renewal? Once a month, say yes, put $30 back. So that way, when your renewal comes around, it's already been saved, it's already paid, and you don't have to worry about coming up with that. And lastly, I want to encourage you, Premier runs a debt-free business. So, no matter how you financed your way into Premier, maybe you were able to use your own checking or savings account. Really, until you've put that money back, your Premier business is in debt, and we want to pay that back. You might have used the Jeweler Rewards card or borrowed money from someone else or somewhere else. Let's pay that off first before you take income. You may have some things, I understand, that make you need income right now, but make a strong plan for getting debt-free and staying debt-free in your business. Well, those are your money matters, and congratulations for making money with your premier business.